I'm Sue Rose Minahan, Talk Cosmos, and today is our daily chat. And I am speaking with Katherine Metcalf of Illinois, and her site is listed below, KatherineMetcalf.com. And we're talking about the full moon in Capricorn that for the East Coast time is actually happening at midnight on that particular date, on the 13th. And so I'll bring that up, and Katherine, I'm happy, to hear what your focus is.
All right. Well, every month I always talk about the new moon and the full moon because, they're cycles that I pay attention to. And new moons are always a time of new beginnings, whereas full moons are a time of completion and endings. So I have found it's best to work with the energy of the zodiac sign that the new moon or the full moon is in, so we can better our lives, right? So the new moon, if you want to bring up the chart, we can take a peek at that. So for me, the new moon is, again, about new beginnings. This new moon, you can see them at the bottom of the chart. The new moon and the sun are conjunct. That's always a new moon. It's when you look up into the sky and you're looking around for the moon. Where is it? But it's there. So that new moon is in the sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn, if you think about the energy of the goat, right? That's the glyph for it. The animal for it is always climbing mountains and striving to get to the top. So it's very disciplined and dedicated and responsible and hardworking. So those kinds of energies are significant with Capricorn. Capricorn also rules the body parts of the knees and the bones and the joints. So anytime there's a new moon in Capricorn, I would ask you if you have any issues with those body part areas of your knees, your bones, or your joints. If you have issues there, this is a great time to intend for healing in those areas, okay, under a new moon. So then, traditionally I would say this is a very practical location for the new moon. It would be a great time for us to do some business planning. For those of us that have our own businesses, it's a good time to instigate that. But also be willing to be flexible, because this new moon has a conjunction to the planet Pluto, right? And we all know what Pluto can do, right?
Well, it does uncover our shadow side that we need to confront because it wants us for soul growth. So it is potent, and it is so close. Yes, 24 degrees Capricorn with this new moon that's 23. It's important to factor in.
Absolutely. So when we are looking at, doing a business plan or whatever, we need to actually take time to look within ourselves and focus in on what is it that we truly love? What is it that needs to be organized? Where is it that we need to be practical? What steps can we take to achieve our goals? I think those are all good questions to ask. And because of Pluto, Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. So major transformation. It is asking us to go within and look at what is it that we need to change about ourselves. Okay. So go ahead.
Well, to have you clarify it in such super terms confirms exactly as I've been feeling and living, because here we are with YouTube and bringing in a new direction, and it's why. That's my whole focus right now, and to see that, of course, I'm working with the universe, but it's a process. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I think we are going to see this play, well, we are seeing it play out too on, a societal level. So we're seeing changes to, banking and finance and hello, our government. So yeah, and it's interesting, this new moon with all the chaos that just happened on January 6th, this new moon does give us an opportunity to hopefully pull ourselves together, make ourselves more secure, which is a real um, concern, I think, for me, looking at the charts coming up, the aspects that we have later, the Mars square Uranus, the 19th, 20th, 21st. So I think this is an opportunity for us to take steps to make sure that the security of the capital is strong, to make sure that it's safe, for politics and government to move forward.
Well, it's just like a leaky faucet. I had to change my garbage disposal, which in many ways is so Plutonian, isn't it? The garbage
Yeah,
disposal. And it was because the valve was broken. And fortunately, it was didn't create any huge issues, but still that's the factor, is that sometimes life needs a repair. And so that's where we're working on. It's a collaboration. So this is good.
right.
We each have a part. And to
Yeah.
remind, yes, and I'm anxious to hear, you had an affirmation that you were going to say, and I think the Sabian symbol and a blessing.
Yeah. I did want to point out before you take this down, that there is a major square, right, going across. And I think most people can see that from the node in Gemini to Vesta, which is the asteroid, the Vestal Virgin, to
Oh,
the other
cool.
node at 19 degrees Gemini, and then over to Neptune, which is the planet of spirituality. So I actually looked up the Sabian symbol for that, and we look up 1 degree higher than the new moon, so it's 24 degrees Capricorn. And the Sabian symbol says it's a woman entering a convent. And when I heard that and I saw that square with Vesta, Vestal Virgin, hello, that would be nuns, convent, and then Neptune, which is the planet of spirituality and religion. So, and I think with all the chaos that's been going on, that's been playing out socially, this Sabian symbol is a nice reminder for us to actually spend time away from societal pressures, to contemplate our inner thoughts and values. Go inside and find out what is it that we are that's truly of value to us. What is it that is truly important to us? And it's a time for spiritual retreat and going within and renewing our faith.
That is so beautiful. I think we have just enough time for that blessing or the
Okay.
affirmation, whichever you would like to.
All right. So I'm going to do the new moon blessing. So I suggest to everybody that you take time to write down what it is that you would like to manifest with this Capricorn energy. So here's the blessing. Beneath your newborn light, arms raised, we embrace the night. In our souls, there is a stirring. We are open to knowledge and learning, the seeds of which we now sow. Patiently wait for them to flourish and grow with creativity, love, and caring, bringing balance, trust, and sharing.
Oh, trust and sharing. I just adore that. Thank you so much, Catherine. That's beautiful.
You're welcome. Happy new moon.
Yes, indeed. And did you have an affirmation too, a specific one, or one that you can think of?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that just off the top of my head, I think a good affirmation for now with the current political climate that we're in is just to ask for safety and security within and peace all within and across the world. But on a personal level, a good new moon affirmation is I used financial experts to create a great retirement, or I use my drive to achieve success. Those are both good Capricorns.
I think the goals and building collectively, this has such power. Thank you so much, Katherine. And we will meet again. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.